Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl, Geek, and Gay, the show that really wants to like you as a person.
What was that in reference to? I don't
Really?
remember.
You just said it.
Did I?
This guy. I really want to like him as a person.
I do. Okay, I remember. This was a week ago, Jose. What are you talking about? The fuck? How am I supposed to remember what I said last week?
I remember what you said.
Oh, we're wearing the same outfit.
We just stayed here. We're like bunkered down right now.
Yeah, we had to quarantine because Jaime was just coughing up a storm.
Stop. No. It's your fault.
You, babies.
I'm Jose, and with me is the lovely Jaime.
Hi.
And the beautiful Stephanie.
Hello.
All right, so a while ago we had a conversation about Mercury and its effects on humans when it's in retrograde. Spoiler alert, there isn't any.
You're a liar. We proved that it was.
We proved?
No.
There's proof.
We
Watch
just
my
I live
child.
for
the
it.
two of us.
Watch my child on a full moon.
Kids are crazy. You guys mentioned the moon
Yeah.
and how it makes things crazy. And how accurate is that, though, right?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
So you basically believe in werewolves, right, Jaime?
No, I didn't say that. What I said is that like I wonder if that's where the stories kind of stem from, you know, like the way people act around the full moon time periods, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what causes people to wild out. Or yeah, something like that. Well, I don't believe in werewolves. Like I don't believe in a person turning into an actual like animal, but maybe acting more
Animalistic.
Not really animalistic, but just, you know, more how should I describe it? Just more, you know, more back in tune with their nature. Is a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Okay, what's your point?
I was just wondering.
I sounded like Azalea Banks right now.
I don't know who that is.
No, she's a singer. You know who Azalea Banks is?
Sounds familiar.
There was she sings a song called 212.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Is that an area code?
It is
All
New
right.
York. So somewhere in New York, I assume.
I'm pretty sure I do. I
Yeah.
guess it's not clicking in my brain right
There was an interview with her and this guy named Charlemagne. Do you know Charlemagne?
Yes.
I hate that guy. But he goes, my intern says you make music for gay people, right? And she goes, I do. Right? She looks at the guy and the guy was like, I'm not the intern. Why are you looking at me? Right? She goes, okay, and so that's what I remind. And then she says something like, what's the point? Like, what was it? And that was kind of the end of the subject. So that's what it got me thinking about.
I'm glad we went on that.
Thank you.
So lunacy has roots in superstitions. First cited being used as early as the 4th century.
Wait. What did you just say?
Lunacy has roots in superstition.
Lunacy. Yeah.
What did you
I
hear?
was like, who is Lucy?
I heard Lucy too. I didn't understand. That's why I was like, what?
I was just like, let's just keep going.
Let's see where this goes.
Right.
I mean,
Not me.
I'm like,
invested.
What's Lucy got to say about this?
Not
Lucy
me.
knows her shit, okay?
Not me. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
She's
I
got
didn't
some
understand you.
explaining to do.
Oh my God.
That's who I was thinking about too.
That's really the only Lucy. No, yeah. People would attribute unusual behavior to the changes of the moon. Studies suggest that people do sleep less when the moon is full, but the article says they're unsure why. The Jerusalem Post says the gravitational pull of the moon is known to influence ocean tides, and as the human body is composed of 60% water, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it's more.
80%.
Yeah.
I feel like it's 80%.
This article said 60, but yeah,
Oh.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was 75, between 75 and 80.
Oh.
Not the way I drink water or Stephanie drinks water. She's like 60% soda.
Dr.
100%.
Pepper.
What do you mean? It's actually water. It's water. I can prove it.
Yeah, it stands to reason that the influence may extend the effect of... Totally screwed that up. It stands to reason that the influence may extend to affect us in some way as well. So, when I was reading all of this, I usually do try to look for things that would be in opposition to the way I think, right? And sometimes it's very difficult to find things that
Validate.
invalidate what I think.
Oh, invalidate what you think. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I feel like, okay, if I know where the argument is coming from, then I know how to better present an argument against it, I guess.
Okay.
Or if I have no argument against it, you know?
Right.
There's a peer-reviewed study of 17 patients with rapid cycling bipolar disorder. It alternates between manic and depressive states quicker than people with traditional bipolar disorders. It showed that the patients experienced mood shifts with a pattern of regularity to a degree unanticipated by the author of the study. So people with rapid cycling bipolar disorder just seem to be cycling between emotions a lot more than most people.
Okay. But during
the
full moon time
phases,
period.
yes.
Okay. Got it.
Thomas Ware, and I might be mispronouncing that.
Okay.
Which is funny because the guy Ware.
Yeah.
Tom WEHR. So that just sounds like Ware to me. But Thomas Ware was the one that conducted that study, and the theory that Ware was operating under is that the moon itself isn't what changes behaviors, but instead that is the subtle changes in the environment that causes the changes. So a lot of it is thought to be linked back to our ancestral lineage, you know, living out in, because when the moon was like full, the whole environment's a lot brighter, right? So it's easier to either do things that like extends your day, basically,
Right.
but it also makes it a little more dangerous because predators are also out.
Yeah. So like
out later.
you kind of have to be more in tune with the environment.
Yeah, you have to be a little more
aware
of your surroundings. Yeah.
That's interesting. So again, you go back to like nature in a lot of senses, right? You're just becoming more aware of everything, but maybe more primal because that's how people are.
Primal.
That was the word. Yeah, that was the word.
Yeah, and some studies have shown that the phases of the moon have an influence over the body's production of melatonin.
Oh, but like how?
I don't know. I didn't do the studies.
You're the study guy.
In a different study, they studied expecting Indian couples who ovulated and conceived at the full moon, and those who conceived 3 days prior to a full moon. The babies conceived in a full moon were 42 males and 2 females. The ones conceived prior to the full moon were 13 males and 27. I don't know why I wrote here 13 males and 27 babies.
Oh no.
And 27 females.
Wow.
Researchers hypothesized that the variance in birth rates may have been due to changes in the mother's vaginal pH and body temperatures, but still not sure if the moon phases actually influence these elements.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when it comes to mental health, they say that some studies have shown links between mental health and the full moon, but most can't find the link.
Yeah, well, and see, that's the thing, right?
Okay, like, what's the thing?
Well, the thing about like the mental healthness of it during, I'm not saying like I lose my mind or anything like that during the full moon. To me, everybody else is crazy. It's not me. But you know, but it's just
I go crazy.
But it's just, you know, like people just kind of, again, the way I see it, the way I feel it is, you know, I notice that people are different, you know, like people just act more aggressive during those times. Some people, maybe it's not everybody, but maybe the aggression is just more like,
it's people that should get looked for rapid cycling bipolar disorder.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't even have to be just bipolar disorder, you know, because
rapid cycling bipolar disorder,
all that, because it's like, you know, maybe we're all like we're not just always one mood, right? We kind of move up and down through moods. It's a
spectrum.
Yeah, correct, right? Like, and so maybe certain things affect us more. And this even goes back to like when we're talking about Mercury retrograde and stuff like that, right? These are huge masses of energy or things out there, right? That how, like, in a sense, especially like the moon being so close to us, right? Like, how is it that it doesn't make us at least feel a little bit different, right? Because it affects the earth in general, right? Like that's what we see as waves. Or it creates waves. What did you say earlier?
The tides.
The tides. There you go. So there has to be some impact on the energy, which is what you're reading there. So that's what I'm saying.
I usually feel off when it's a full moon. Like I just feel like my energy is just being drained. But that's just me.
And see, I think I'm the opposite of that. Like I'm in a good mood during, like,
you're a werewolf.
But wouldn't that mean like more anger?
I mean, does it have to be an angry werewolf?
Yeah, maybe I'm just a nice werewolf.
Yeah, like I've always said, you're a puppy of a man.
Fuck you. Okay. Let me tell you why I have an issue.
Okay, tell me
with
why. Ain't nothing but.
I used to. Okay.
Sorry.
Shut up. So I had a best friend at the time, and my ex and myself and my sister were going to Disneyland or some shit like that, right? And so I think we stopped at the gas station right before you get to Disneyland, and my best friend got out and went inside to buy like something to drink, and I got out and went to go buy something to drink. Well, my ex decided to tell my sister that I was being like a puppy, you know, because I was following my best friend to go, you know, and so somehow my ex, thinking I wouldn't find this out because you just told my sister, you know, I found out, and that's why there's a rage every time I hear you say that, bitch.
But you're adorable.
I mean, I know.
Just see you sauntering about.
Fuck you.
Looking all happy. Like, I can practically see the tail wagging.
That's so annoying. You have no idea how annoying
am I wrong?
that is. I mean, I'm a happy-go-lucky person, but you're a bitch. So how about that? Where's your fucking tail, bitch? What the fuck? Fucker.
Such anger.
Maybe
The
he's
werewolf.
not a happy werewolf.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, is the full moon out today?
Yeah. No. Is it? I don't think so.
So, if the state of the person's mental health is affected by the moon, it's not the moon that's affecting it, but possibly other indirect factors such as decreased quality of sleep, because people get cranky when they haven't slept or when they've slept less. There was a peer-reviewed Finnish study, Finnish like the Finnish people.
Oh, Finnish.
Yeah. You know, from Finland.
Got it. I was like, what?
I saw the gears turning. They conducted a study of suicide victims, compiled data over 20 years to examine whether the moon phases have a correlation to it. There was no correlation to that of male victims, but a slight statistical significance was found within premenopausal women under the age of 45.
Stephanie, you were talking about women being wild. Wow,
Well, I am
coincidentally.
37, so-
No, I didn't mean you being wild.
No, but
I
I'm
mean-
just saying, like,
Yeah.
You're like, I just got to make it a few more years.
Yeah. But wasn't the full moon like a few weeks ago too? I swear. I don't remember though when it was
it's
exactly.
around
but
like Halloween,
maybe. Yeah.
like the harvest moon and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
You were talking about how women were being wild during that time. Premenopausal women.
Bitches be crazy.
Stop.
what I hear.
Stop.
It's true.
I don't deal with women. No, just checking.
A study by Italian researchers divided the moon calendar into 4 main phases and tracked the community-based contact with psychiatric services over a 10-year period, but found no significant increase in the frequency of contact at any point during the 4 moon phases.
Psychiatric services, like they
Yes.
were trying to see if people were seeking that type of help during that time. Interesting. But nothing really came during
No.
that time.
Any research done on humans have been controversial because it's so conflicting. In most cases, the effects of the moon cycles have on humans are all anecdotal, which is basically what you guys bring. You know?
And you're a bitch, so.
We've heard that a full moon is connected to a climb in birth rates, increase in emergency room visits, and an uptick in crime, but there are no links found between the two. Correlation does not equal causation. Another reason why studies on humans are so controversial are because they're usually held in well-lit rooms, and many researchers wonder if a person's explicit bias about the moon's effect on their lives may skew some results.
Stop. So I'm sorry. You said something about birth rates right now, right?
Yes.
There are increased birth rates.
Some people say that there are.
Oh,
I looked for other stuff. I can't. Well, actually, hold on, because I did add some statistics. Nope, crime. No, that's all crime stuff. Yeah, no.
yeah. I think the most interesting part of what you said was definitely like the having to be aware, more aware, more primal, like we said, right? During that time period, which is maybe why we all notice more going on. because we're like, maybe this stuff happens normally, but we're just more aware during that time because we're, it's brighter out. It's more people are doing things.
But that was also my argument against retrograde, against Mercury's retrograde. There are a lot of times where you're just like, oh, this is happening because it's Mercury retrograde, but then things happen that does not fall within that retrograde that you're just like, that stuff just happens sometimes. And I'm like, that's my fucking point.
Yeah. I get you.
Uh-huh. This is the part where you call me a bitch.
I mean, you are. So you already know.
So in 2013, researchers found a way around these nuances about the way they've been tracking these effects by revisiting an older study where participants were unaware they were being evaluated for lunar differences. It showed that people spent about 30% less time in NREM sleep, which is the deep one, and slept for about 20 minutes less than when there wasn't a full moon. Oh, here's another study about births showed that out of 1,507 births that happened in Japan between January 1996 and March of 2007, there were a higher number of births at night around the time of a full moon, and an even higher number of births around the time of a new moon.
Wow.
But a separate study of 23,689 births from 1810 to 1929 showed no pattern and no correlation.
Damn. Thanks for killing our dreams.
Yeah, it's a bigger number. One thing most scientists use as an explanation for the conflicting numbers in studies is how people's beliefs come into play. If you believe it, you play into it, and that seems to be really what makes the difference.
I'm trying to think about like what's caused me to really believe in this type of idea, though. Like what in my life, like at what point in my life that I'm like, oh yeah, the full moon must be affecting. But maybe it was like movies and stuff like that too, right? Because you don't realize that this type of media like kind of dives into your head. You start remembering werewolves, you start remembering things like that because of movies, because of video games, even things like that, So I wonder if that's just where it comes from then. That type of idea, where you're just kind of fixated on the moon.
Yeah, and I mean there are a lot of books that kind of correlate with what you're saying. Like it's not that. Like there are all of these other things that make the same claim, that the moon is what regulates our internal stuff. But there's this thing called illusory correlation, and that's when you choose to assume something is a certain way based on our own personal experiences and biases. We then mistake the experiences as the evidence we need. It's basically counting the hits and ignoring the misses.
That's what I do with Mercury retrograde.
Exactly. I know. I've seen you do it.
The zodiac. Yeah.
Fucking Leos.
I just go based off of what I feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't realize we're in those phases until I'm like, are we in that phase? Because I just feel off. I'm not necessarily saying that it's altering. I just know I go based off of energies. And when I feel like an energy is off, I'm like, what is going on? So then I go and look, and that's when I see we're in that phase, or it's a full moon. That's when I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I wonder if also like it kind of relates to like to like events that have happened in our lives around like times like that, right? Like, like in April, I feel a certain type of way because of like some major changes that might have happened in my life around April of a certain few decades ago. No, I'm just joking, a few years ago. And then it's like your brain just knows that you're getting back to closer to that time again. And I know that's true of Adolfo as well, because like sometimes his mood changes like around like the September time period. And I already know like why that is. And it's just like, I wonder if your body relates it to like a situation,
like a muscle memory.
Yeah. And so like your emotions kind of change because of that too.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So Crosstown, which is a nonprofit news organization in LA, have been monitoring the correlation between the moon and crime in the city since the beginning of 2018, and have found that crime doesn't quote unquote necessarily rise when the full moon does.
So how come they say it like that though?
Because there is like a less than 1% uptick in crime. So the Richmond Times Dispatch also conducted their own examination and found that there was a minor uptick in crime on full moon nights. In 2010, Roger Williams University conducted their own study over a 5-year period and found that the moon's phase was not related with the level of crime and disorder reported to police. The Mayo Clinic did their own study in 2005 and found no association between the full moon and increased patient contact at the psychiatric emergency department over a 4-year period. In 1985, the examination of lunar influence crime and other behavior provided the most extensive review look at 37 other studies and concluding that phases of the moon accounted for no more than 1% of the variance in activities.
That's funny that they're looking for it, though, too.
Well, yeah, I mean...
to try to understand, you know?
Yeah. I mean, same reason, though, why people were looking for the connection between Mercury
Stop.
and Mars.
Venus.
And Venus, too. All of them have different fucking connotations.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
all of them affect our lives, apparently.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm the only one here that thinks it's Earth.
It's definitely Earth. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, and okay, hold on, real quick. Like,
Okay.
I don't understand how Mercury looking like it's going backwards affects us. Like, it's an optical illusion.
We're passing it
No,
faster.
but that is like me saying, like, if you're looking at us from like this angle and I do this and it looks like I slapped you, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
I felt it. Like, there was wind that just passed by. Slap him. Yeah. Let us believe
don't know
what
what
we
I'm
believe. You would.
I know. I was a little afraid. I was like, maybe he might like it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's that
Do it
full
again.
moon. It's that full moon. Yeah.
I just feel like it's energy. Like,
But energy can be measured.
yeah.
But-
There's no measurement when Mercury passes or anything. Like,
No.
it doesn't mess with the gravity or
No.
anything like that.
Mercury has absolutely zero effect on us.
What if the reality is that we just don't understand
That is always a
you
possibility.
know, because that's eventually how we learn about new things, right? We don't have a way to gauge that energy because we just don't understand what type of energy or how it works exactly.
But the only people that Mercury retrograde affects is the people that believe in Mercury retrograde.
Not only
I mean, no, but here's the thing, like, things happen to people and they chalk it up to shit happens.
Yeah.
Because these same things will happen when Mercury isn't in retrograde.
okay.
And then it's like shit happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've had things break down when Mercury isn't on retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it break down when it is.
Yeah.
I don't correlate. Like, the two don't correlate, you know?
I get what you're saying.
It's like shit doesn't work better when it's not retrograde.
Yeah. I get you.
I've also had shit not break down
Yeah.
during Mercury's
At all.
retrograde. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still believe it's some type of energy that we're just not capable of.
Yeah. Maybe you're just not a.
Understanding.
Maybe we're gonna be superheroes someday, and he's not.
Well,
Well,
he
no,
already says I'm a mutant
Yeah,
anyway.
she's a mutant. She could drink milk.
Crazy.
I love
Wait.
milk.
Milk is delicious. I can drink milk too. I love
Yeah.
milk.
Okay. No. But no, isn't it like? I guess it goes back to what you're saying, talking about the milk thing. Because aren't we not supposed to be able to digest milk as adults? Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
I know.
Yeah.
So it is a mutation, and it's theorized that it's some because right now the population is so high, it's taken a lot longer for that gene to. I was gonna say penetrate the population, but that just didn't sound.
This sounds like something to do with the moon. I'm just saying.
This is evolution, baby.
This is evolution. The moon is affecting you. Yeah. Did it in the show Heroes? Wasn't it like an eclipse with the moon also that
I think
affected
so.
like made superheroes?
I don't remember exactly,
Yeah.
but I remember the eclipse being like on the O in Heroes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I used to like that show. Yeah.
It was a really good 3 seasons or 2.
2 seasons were good. The third one was weird.
Probably. I don't remember how many seasons there were.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still hoping for a full moon to change us, you know, someday.
I was like, oh my.
God, tonight. That too.
Yeah. While reading a lot of these studies, what I saw a lot, it was the terms self-fulfilling prophecy and placebo effects.
Stop. We're not crazy. But see, no, I'm just that proves what we say.
It's the government.
What the fuck?
I'm
I don't know.
sure Q would agree with you.
No, stop. No. No relation. No relation. Zero relation. Tell him, Stephanie, let him know how you feel.
She's like, I'm gonna get this energy to slap the shit out of you right now.
I feel it.
I just have no words. I'm like I said, when it does happen, I know I go through ups and downs with my mood, but
Most
for
people do.
some reason, it just seems heavier during like the moon phases and when retrograde.
Retrograde.
When retrograde happens,
Yeah.
it's what my body feels
Mm-hmm.
and I can't explain it, but it's usually only during those time periods. And I'm not out there looking or charting when it's happening.
Yeah.
It's just what I feel.
Yeah.
And I just happen to look it up and I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Could it also be that usually Mercury retrograde and the full moon kind of fall around the same times? You know, kind of like how what Jaime was mentioning. You know, because they're usually around the same time.
No,
right?
the full moons happen once a month, and I think
Yes.
Mercury retrogrades happen about 3 to 4 times a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually around the same times, right?
Oh,
Probably.
maybe they cross over.
No. I'm saying around the same times yearly.
Oh, that's go back to what I was
Yes,
saying. I get what
yeah.
you're saying. Maybe.
Exactly.
Possibility.
Yeah.
I never
Because I
put
mean,
two and
seasonal
two
depression
together.
is a thing, and usually that comes around in
Exactly.
November, December, and Mercury retrograde comes in November this time again, right? I'm pretty sure I remember seeing it was in November.
Funny you say that because right now I'm writing about that.
Do you have a mic?
No, I don't.
Oh.
For school, but anyway.
Oh.
You said what?
It's usually November and December, and then
Sorry, I was gonna say that you're mentioning it. It's gonna be November.
and then for certain people it's summertime.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next Mercury retrograde, 2023.
Yes.
I don't even know what year it is. December. Yeah. So December 28th to January 18th. Damn, you're gonna be on vacation. Fuck. Stay away.
Oh no.
Shut up, ho. Yeah.
But no, with the seasonal depression, oh yeah, I'm depressed in the summertime. I hate it.
Same.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
It's so miserable.
Yeah. Just like this fall has fucking been stupid fucking hot ass weather.
Yes. I'm like, can you
Yeah.
go away already?
Yeah. We're trying to go outside
Yeah.
in the cold.
I want my nice sweaters and my boots.
Yeah.
I don't want to be wearing tank tops and sandals in
Yeah.
the fall.
I wore like a sweater at work yesterday and it was hot. And I was like, what the fuck? It is the fall. Can you stop? And it won't stop. Has anybody else noticed that the sun looks weird? Like, or not the
I
sun.
try not to look at it.
Well, I don't look at it. I mean, like, I feel like the light coming from the sun, it's almost like a weird tint, like in the universe. Maybe it's the moon, but no. But it just feels not in the universe, in the world. I don't know. Well, here, like,
I mean, that could be the atmosphere. The fucking ozone layer is just disappearing.
it's just like more because it's fall too. Like, I don't know.
Because it's further away.
I don't know. Like, it just feels weird. Like, I feel everywhere that I'm looking, it just looks weird to me when the sun is so bright right now. But maybe it's because it's fall and the sun is still out, like it is.
Like it's a weird tent or something.
A weird tint on it, yeah. Like that's how I feel when I see it.
Everything looks like a Twilight movie.
Like more like an
I don't go
orangey
outside in
glow.
the daytime, so.
Yeah, that's true. You don't. It's like an orangey glow that I'm getting. But I mean, obviously, like the sun is like a certain way, but it just feels different right now to me.
It starts off orange to me, but then it's more green. I don't know.
Like how?
I don't know. I guess I'm outside too long.
Maybe
It's frying up my eyes.
right.
Yeah, how much are you guys staring at the sun?
I'm not staring at the sun.
I'm saying when I'm looking at objects and like looking at the
Yeah.
sky, it just looks weird.
It looks weird to me lately, too.
I feel
But
like
maybe
the
it's
simulation is crashing.
yeah. Well, and also maybe it's the autumn like foliage with the brightness of the sun right now is like conflicting. Maybe that's why my brain is like, what the fuck's going on? You know?
Maybe. And then
Yeah.
like the weird colors of the building.
Maybe that's another change too. Yeah, because I do notice it mostly around here too. Crazy.
I got nothing else. I don't know if you guys want me to do a whole episode on the light of the sun looking different.
Yeah, bitch, look it up. Fuck. November
the sun's
skies.
actually white.
Is it?
Yeah.
White? Oh.
You said the sun is white?
No wonder we can't stand her.
It's actually
I was
it's actually like a tint
joking.
of green.
What the fuck? Really?
See, I'm seeing the green. I'm just kidding.
But you just said it's white. Make up your mind.
It mostly comes off as white because of the way the oh man, I heard, I was listening to something that
Sounds
was
like
talking
bullshit.
about it. And like they originally said
It
the
wasn't
tint
Joe
is,
Rogan,
like,
was it?
No. I can't stand that, man. But that there's a, because I always thought it was white, but there's a tint of green around it as well, and just the way the colors come into the atmosphere and disperse.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
Damn, he's angry.
Yeah.
Don't even know who that is.
Thank God.
Good.
Thank the sun and thank the moon for that.
And
Jesus and Mercury. Oh, and God. Just not for the food poisoning.
Yeah. Don't believe in that either. All right. So, do you guys have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
Sweet. Have a week.
Bye.
Bye.